All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shemar, Kakwadash, double honor to the apostle and others, great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom, shalom. Just want to do a lesson on working the body of the beast. You see, I got a couple images queued up. You got the image of the beast, 7 heads and 10 horns. And we gotta work this bitch, man. Hit it with those body shots, hit it with those uppercuts, man. Jab, jab. Moving forward. When the beast bite back, knowing how to avoid at all costs. Tagging brothers in. And we're coming in the collective front, tearing down this beast. And what's the beast? Babylon the Great. The whore that sitteth upon many nations. The waters represents the kingdoms, nations, and tongues. And how are we working the beast? Are we actually physically going to a damn lair? Or like we taking a trip to Greece, and you're going through some damn remote, on some remote island, the island of Crete, and you slither into some lair, like on Perseus Jackson and Olympus Thieves, and you're gonna see some Lanius Hydra or some 10-headed beast, sea breeze or something like that. Nah, it's not. It's spiritual. We're beating this beast down in the spirit, man. Pushing his word out, breaking these strongholds, anything that exalts itself against the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're tearing this shit down, man. And you see it all throughout these different videos, all throughout the face of the earth, dealing with brothers in the ministry. Constantly KOing, man. Not letting up. And that's what it's about. You don't let up on this thing, man. And most people, when they see these different images, they get intimidated. Jacob see this and be like, oh, hell nah. There's no way. First off, I'm coming close to that, let alone trying to slay the dragon. It's only certain individuals that signed up for this duty and this job, and that's the ones that's called. And we don't fear. The scriptures speak about how the Lord doesn't give us a spirit of fear. And I'm scrolling up and down, just to put these images in perspective. And no, man, we got power on this side. We got a lot of power, and it's about tapping into it. Because the scriptures speak about this beast being torn down, man. It talks about that millstone. And matter of fact, I'm going to get it. And before I get it, I'm going to get this concept of working the body, man. Because when you go into boxing, working the body is essential of defeating your enemy. Every professional boxer understands the concept of beating the body down. Everything ain't about striking the head, with a devastating blow and getting over in the first round. This thing is way more complex, and with those complex fights, you got to be calculated. You got to know when to jab, how hard to hit, putting that full, when to put the full first, not to exude too much energy, because this is a round for round thing. The scriptures even speak about how this this truth is it's a long haul, man. This is a war. When you see a war, when you understand the concept of a war is accumulated battles that add up to the war. You might lose certain battles, man. You're gonna lose certain rounds in this thing. It's gonna be times where the beast punches back, and that shit gonna it hits you. And your ass get knocked down because it is written. How a righteous man falleth 7 times. You're going to fall multiple times in this truth, but you're going to get up again. Some people sit down, stay on their asses because they see how hard that hit it. When you get hit hard, some jakes don't be wanting to get up. But it's about the ones that's rising up, all right? That's getting up from this oppression, still pushing forward, still, striking. And we're going to see that great fall, man. As big and as intimidating as this beast is, with the 7 heads and the 10 horns, complex, more stout than his neighbors, with the teeth, the menacing talons. As bad as this beast is, the spirit of the Lord is going to destroy this beast with commoners, man, so-called common men, men that grew up in the public food system, working minimum low-wage jobs, in the midst of poverty. That's why the Lord said that we're rich. I'm gonna get into this and get into some scripts. But it says, what do body shots do in boxing? By investing in body shots early, Fighters can drain their opponents of stamina, and by the latter rounds, they will be ripe for the picking. Against aggressive boxers, going to the body early can weaken them. There will be a sharp decrease in offensive output and punching power. Right, so this thing is about warfare. Like I said, knowing the concept of this devil, you know, he's built this structure where it seems like it's not able to be penetrated, But guess what? The Lord is penetrating it through what? The mouth of the prophets. That's why the scriptures speak about how fire is going to proceed out of the mouth of the prophets, man. I wanted to get that, in Daniel, where the scriptures speak about, the likened unto a millstone, if I'm not mistaken. That's Daniel, the 2nd chapter, at the end, because the Lord is starting off with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to be the main one that's going to break this kingdom down. And it's starting now. The Lord got the troops on the ground. The Lord got us doing a beautiful work, making bare the leg, as is written in Isaiah the 47th chapter, exposing this whole, because this is Babylon the Great. It's a whore. All right. It slept with the other nations, fornicated with them, perverted the minds of these different nations. Let me see if I could get it. And majority of these, as well as our people, and subdue them. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this in Daniel 2. It says, and in those days of these kings shall the most power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, that is, it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great power hath made known to the kings what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. So it's written, man. That's why Paul likened this unto a match, man. He likened this unto a boxing match. He likened this unto somebody that's fighting in the ring. We're spiritual gladiators, man. If you look at those ancient gladiatorial fights, they would fight tigers. Damn near, they call them the big three over there in Africa. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's tigers, lions, and jaguars, if I'm not mistaken. They would fight those individuals, and they would prosper. And you would see the crowd that would boo them, that would look down on them, and they would look at them like they're the underdogs, and they would throw them in the ring to be mauled to death, not knowing that this individual is going to strive on top and actually kill that beast, man. It's the same thing now. The Lord is raising up, us brothers, and we have the potential to chop the head off the serpent. Get that in, because what the Lord is going to raise up a standard. The Lord is charging us up. That's why we have to stay in these prophecies. We have to stay in His word, continue to read, pray, as well as fasting, getting these demons off of us, and getting in a fight and staying in a fight. Not being scared nor intimidated what this devil has to offer. All right. We don't give a damn if he cuts off the grid. We don't give a damn if he cuts off his water supply, his food supply. We still gonna tear these strongholds down. Hey, that's why Isaiah said. He said this word's like a fire in his mouth, man. Isaiah wasn't letting up. Jeremiah wasn't letting up. Micah, Yahweh Shai, none of these men let up in the kingdoms that they didn't let up on Babylon. They didn't let up on the Persians and the Medes. They didn't let up on Greece. They didn't let up on Rome. So fast forward into this today, should we let up on this beast? And we seeing the prophets pursuing Jeremiah 28:8 prophesy that word, and we seeing the great fall of those major kingdoms, and we're gonna see the exact same thing now. Micah 5:7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. And that's the epitome of power. The Lord is going to give us an extreme power surge, man. You know, you see movies like Brightburn, the Lord, you know, dialed him up, man. And he started to go killer instinct. He went, Terminator mode. And he wasn't stopping. He was relentless. So we have to have that same mindset, man, being relentless. Because what is this? This devil has he done a work, man, unto our people. He tore down the Gadites, raped and robbed, butchered, pillaged, poached, you know, defrauded. Scriptures speak about that in the book of Sirach. He defrauded the shit out of us, man. To the point where we have to work these work for wage slavery, man. Working enough to almost have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. You know, the Lord didn't intend for us to be this low. Now, of course, we know we under the curses and we've went against the law, statutes, and commandments. So the Lord put us down. But this devil, he elevated the affliction. You know, like I said, we got to keep beating, man. The Lord said that he likened us unto. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that because it's about that hammer, man. The Lord raised back up the Maccabee family. You know, he raised back up the tabernacles of David. He raised back up all these chief houses of Israel. And I was thinking about the Maccabees because what the Lord gave us that hammer that Makwabath, and we're gonna use this hammer, and we ain't gonna use it to just for the hell of for look's sake, just to flaunt and to take pictures. You put the hammer on your shoulder just to look cute, like fucking something off Home Improvement. Nah, we got this hammer to bash, to uproot, But I'm gonna get that in Jeremiah 23 and 29. Is not my word like as a fire, saith the Lord. The Lord's word is like fire. Just imagine if the Lord right now gave you the spirit of pushing out literal fire out of your mouth. You're gonna want to use that fire all the fucking time, man. But it's in the spirit now. The Lord gave us that spiritual fire so that we could actually burn down our enemies. And we could use this fire as a form of spiritual power to torch this man. It says, not my word like as a fire. That's one of the most powerful elements, man. Fire. It has the ability to, depending on the temperature, it can destroy things and wither it, at the snap of a finger, man. Saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. Right. So, Esau has created this kingdom like unto a rock. This is his area of stability. We're behind enemy's lines, man. He's built this, this is the city of unwalled villages. He built this queendom up to the point where, he feel like he can't get invaded or took down. You have these different forts. You have the Pentagon. You have all these different locations that you got military bases all over the damn place. This devil, his pride is high. But guess what? Us brothers with this hammer, we have the ability to break this joint in pieces. It says, therefore, behold, I am against the prophet, saith the Lord, that steal my word, everyone from his neighbor. And that's really the main point of it. I wanted to drive that point home of just keep working this thing, man. Don't let up. You get tired, you could go in your corner, get you some water. But guess what? Just like in boxing, you got that coach. The apostles going to continue to coach us. That's why the apostles be on our asses, man. Telling us to stay hard, keep going, man. Putting these videos out. Making better leg. Hey, I didn't go with that in Isaiah 47. I'm going to close it for time's sake. But that's part of it. Exposing this truth. Exposing the truth of it being the truth and really exposing this devil, man. Exposing everything. That's why it tells you that in the book of Isaiah 25 and 7, how the matter of fact, let me get that. I'm gonna end it with that because we're pulling back the veil. This is like Revelations in in real time. The order revealing everybody. We're revealing the true nature of the so-called white man. He's not a white man. He's an Edomite. You East Indians, you're not East Indians. You're actually Edomites. You Ishmaelites, you're not Arabs. Y'all are Ishmaelites. We telling everybody, and we tell them we're the Israelites. Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all nations. Right. So the Lord is destroying, man. The word destroy goes into that destructure, taking away from the structure. We're doing that, man. It's starting now. since Israelites hit the YouTube, it's been all kind of things been exposed. The mark of the beast being a chip, and that's why it's so hard for this devil to get his new world order off the ground, man. And we're gonna keep striking. This is the time where the iron hot. You have that saying, "Strike while the iron hot." This is the time where the iron is hot. We gotta keep striking, until we see this thing bottom out. And as it bottoms out, that's when we're gonna see the fleets of chariots. We believe through the Spirit and power of the Lord is gonna come, descend, and Yahweh Shai is gonna return a big brother, and he's gonna deliver us out of this captivity, man. And then there's gonna be a beautiful kingdom forever and evermore, man. This is the everlasting story, or the never-ending story. All right. So hopefully, brothers, edified by anybody, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shai by Shemar Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Akim.